Hey guys! This week I'm going to be answering questions from Flipgrid. I can't wait to see what you ask. Let's hop to it.
Hi, my name is Steven, and this is my brother. These are our, and this is the chest. It grows flowers sometimes, and that's all. I don't have a garden because I live in an apartment.
Hi Stephen and Jonah. Thank you so much for leaving a message. I love that you showed us your balcony with your beautiful plants. I wanted to let you know that just because you live in an apartment doesn't mean you can't have a garden. You can do a container garden. You can use pots like these. I always have extra outside of the shed. You can get soil from a hardware store, and you can get seeds from the grocery store. The packets usually look like this. All you have to do is make sure that your plants have sunlight and water. I would recommend in the springtime growing some lettuce, maybe some edible flowers. In the summer, you could do peppers or tomatoes. Here's some cool pictures of some container gardens on different balconies. Notice how there are containers that grow on the railing, and there's some big pots that are on the floor. Stephen and Jonah, thank you so much again for sharing.
So I thought maybe it would be nice if you did like a search for like different bugs and creatures in the garden, because that might be fun for some people.
Hey Julia, I love your idea of seeing critters in the garden. Here are some super cool pictures of things that I have seen in our very own garden.
This critter is a tomato hornworm. Check out his horn. Here is a broad-winged hawk over on the kindergarten fence. These are two bluebirds on a bluebird house on our bluebird trail. This mouse is in our compost looking for a snack. This is a robin sitting on one of the garden beds looking for worms. And here is an earthworm in our compost. You might even see my doggies, Annie and Obi.
These are ingredients we use. We use parsley, mint, purple kale, spinach, bok choy, arugula, lettuce, thyme, tomatoes, chives, sweet allium flowers, and we got them all from school.
You caught me. Rye and Sana, your salad sounded so delicious that it made me really hungry, so I decided to come here to the garden and have a little snack. Thank you so much for sharing your pictures of your salad making adventure. That sounded amazing. Thanks a lot.
I planted so much apple seeds from apples.
Hi, Oliver. Thanks so much for sharing. I love apples too, and I'm so excited that you are growing apples from seeds. Did you know that farmers don't actually plant apple seeds to grow apples? Instead, they graft apple trees. That means they take the limb from an apple variety that they want, say for example, a Fuji, and they take that limb and they fuse it to the stem of a tree that will grow really well. Here's a picture. This is the two parts of the plant stuck together. They then wrap tape around it and they let those two pieces fuse together. Here's one at a year, and then 3 years, and then 5 years. You can hardly tell they're two different trees. The reason farmers do that is because if you plant the seed from an apple, you can't guarantee that you're gonna get all the characteristics of the variety that we know and love. If a farmer really wants that Fuji apple, they have to take a part of another Fuji tree and keep growing it again and again and again. Oliver, thank you so much.
Here is the picture. Sophie compares leaves. She observes how they are alike and how they are different. She may also classify, or may sort many leaves in the backyard their way or they are alike.
Hey August, great job reading. I went in my backyard, like you suggested, and went and looked for leaves. These are all the leaves that I found. I sorted them into different categories. You can sort them by color, by size, and by shape. Thanks so much, August. It was great to see your face. Liam asked if I would rather see a picture of a rainbow feather or a unicorn dabbing. Liam, does this answer your question?
Hi, Miss Kate. I have a plant here, and I don't really know what it's called, but I have a plant, and there's a different plant behind it. Here. And do you think you can make a video about like pulling carrots?
Hey, Brooklyn. Thanks for sharing your plant. I wanted to show you my favorite houseplant too. This is called a Christmas cactus. It's called a Christmas cactus because this time of year, which is around Christmas time, these blossoms form. Aren't they beautiful? I love the color. My pot is not as cool as your pot, but I love these blossoms. I also like that you asked to see some pictures of carrots. I don't have any carrots growing in the garden right now, but I have these fun pictures of carrots that I took over the summer. Here's a picture of all of the carrots in their different colors: purple, yellow, and orange. Here's a picture of my kids pulling out some giant carrots. And here's a picture of some happy carrots. They grow these little legs because the carrots are growing around rocks or roots, and so they have to bypass whatever's in the way, making their little legs. Brooklyn, I'm so excited I got to see your face. Thank you.
Hi, Miss Kate. I've missed you. I also want to tell you something. Me and my mom found 8 caterpillars, and they're in the chrysalises right now. About the chrysalises, I was wondering, do you think they'll overwinter, or do you not think they'll overwinter?
Hi, Emma. Great question. I know that some butterflies have to hibernate over winter as part of their life cycle. Our state butterfly, the eastern tiger swallowtail, starts out as an egg, turns into this wild-looking caterpillar, then forms into a chrysalis over winter. It has a special chemical inside, like antifreeze, that keeps the chrysalis from freezing. Then when the time is right, the butterfly emerges from the chrysalis and the whole process starts all over. Thanks so much for sharing.
Yeah, I think all those sweet potatoes combined would make 100 pounds.
Hey, Owen, that was a great guess. We did not get 100 pounds of sweet potatoes this year, but instead we got 28 pounds. That really big sweet potato was 3 pounds. Thanks for your guess.
Because it's really getting really cold outside, and most of the plants in our garden are dying. Can you give me some tips about how to help them grow? If it's better for them to grow up inside or outside?
Hi, Joy. Thanks for asking your question. Yes, I can grow things in the wintertime by using this. This is called floating row cover. It's like a little blanket for the plants. I use these PVC pipes as a hoop, and this will keep the heat trapped inside of this little house. When I need to harvest something, I just take a brick off, I can pull this back, and there are my sweet plants. I'm gonna cover them back up so they stay nice and toasty. Thanks for your question.
I liked the goat book where he ate all the stuff. And I want to say my favorite food's plum, and favorite tree in our backyard is a crepe myrtle.
Hey, Sam. I love that you love crepe myrtles. I wanted to show you my favorite tree. It's this one.
This is a tulip poplar tree. It's the state tree of Tennessee, where I grew up. Here's a picture of the flowers and the leaves from in the springtime. These trees can grow up to 90 feet tall.
Hey, Miss Kate, it's Dr. Hurt. I love flowers, and I'm just wondering, are there any flowers that we can grow for the holidays?
Hey, Dr. Hurt, thank you so much for your question. I love flowers too. Unfortunately, it's hard to grow flowers this time of year in Virginia. It's just too cold and there's not enough light. But that doesn't mean there aren't beautiful things growing. Look at this beautiful centerpiece that I made from things that grow right here. I have green, I have yellow, I have red, I have purple, and brown. I think this is so beautiful, and I think you could do something just like this if you just take a walk around your neighborhood. I'm sure you could find some beautiful things for whatever you're celebrating this time of year. Thanks so much, Dr. Hurt. Thank you so much for all your amazing questions. Y'all are so smart, and I hope you have a great week. Bye!
Yeah, boom.